and a welcome in or a welcome back. It's a Monkey Mar. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you click that subscribe button, the like, and the bell for notifications. Hey guys, I am going to get into an update on the Cash Gernon case with Heath Harris, not the new lawyer, but the lawyer representing Creeper Boy, Darriynn Ronell Brown, in his interview today with Fox News, and we are going to look into good old Heath. I did find a few things on him, and the comments, I can't wait to touch on some of these comments, guys. I'm gonna say this, I knew I was gonna get some slack from my last video, but some of these people are out of their minds because, first of all, we are all entitled to our own opinions. So when people come over here screaming and shut the F up and shaking my head and Monica did this and it was a huge ploy to have Cash murdered and left in the street, okay, guys, you're entitled to that opinion. It's not my opinion, and I can't relate to people that have that opinion, but you're welcome to leave your comment and I'll touch on it. And with that, guys, let's get into it. Alright, so let's touch on this article and then let's go see who Heath Harris is, and then the comments. Attorney claims a man accused of killing Dallas 4-year-old is schizophrenic. Now I wonder if he has had an evaluation or if he's going off the records from Metro. The attorney defending the man suspected in the recent kidnapping and murder of a 4-year-old boy in Dallas believes his client suffers from schizophrenia. Believes, keyword. Darriynn Brown, 18, is charged with kidnapping 4-year-old Cash Gernon and could face an additional charge for the boy's murder. He is also charged with burglary. Brown and his attorney, Heath Harris, say he's not guilty on all current charges, despite Dallas police saying capital murder charges are likely coming when the forensic exam is complete. Meanwhile, Brown's attorney says he's looking forward to defending him. Such a nice guy. Trevor Gernon says Monica Sherrard, a friend of his, had been looking after his son Cash and his twin brother. Brown's arrest affidavit says Sherrard identified Brown in the surveillance video from the boy's room as the person who took Cash from his crib. Less than 2 hours later, police say the 4-year-old was found deceased with multiple stab wounds just blocks away. Sherrard's son, Cameron Morey, also lives with the twins. He spoke to Fox 4 days after the murder. He revealed he knew Brown. What he did was wrong, and I don't know what made him think that it is all right and this is okay, Morey said. Police say Brown also lived in the same Southwest Dallas neighborhood, but Harris says that is not Brown in the video. They may have a witness that is testifying that it's Brown, but I want an opportunity to challenge that witness, Harris said. Even if you believe that is Brown in the video taking Cash out of the crib, okay, then what happened? What happened? You have 3 seconds. Please. Court records also revealed in February Brown broke into a home a few doors down from where the 4-year-old lived, assaulted a homeowner, and tried to take his 2-year-old granddaughter. The grandfather only pressed charges 3 days after Cash was found deceased. According to the court documents, the grandfather did not press charges right away because Monica Sherrard claimed Brown was going through a mental crisis and would sometimes stay at her house. That is interesting. I'm not going to say it's not, but I can't imagine a woman taking care of an ex-friend, ex-boyfriend, whatever the case is with Trevor, and killing a child. And then having the kid, you know what, guys, it doesn't make any sense to me. With a camera in the room. I mean, did they put the camera in the room to set up Darriynn? And what was she going to gain out of it? I mean, what would be her motive? Was she going to get money out of it? She could have just got a hold of the biological mother. It doesn't add up. I do not see a motive for Monica doing that or having Darriynn set up for him to do that. I don't know. To me, I don't see it. Harris confirms Brown had been to a mental health facility but was later released. Based on what I believe, I am going to be able to support this kid is schizophrenic, he said. We want to see if this was a situation where it's a whodunit or a simple question of why wasn't this prevented. A motive still a mystery. The medical examiner said the autopsy report is not available yet and could take more than a month before it's released. So I guess they're saying it's going to take more than a month before any forensics come back. That I don't know. But let's go see who Heath Harris is. I am not going to read all of this. I am just going to read about his work background. Mr. Harris worked as an assistant DA in the Dallas County District Attorney's Office from 1996 to 2000. He then opened his own law practice as a criminal defense attorney 2000-2007. Since 2007, Mr. Harris has served as the chief prosecutor of the Gang Prosecution Unit for the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. And then I dug a little more and I saw that he actually ran for judge but did not get it. A lot of people say that he's dirty. I don't know. I'm not going to look into him too far, but I did find a little video when he was running for judge. Let's just check it out.
Hello, my fellow Democrats. This is Heath Harris, your gladiator for justice. I want to thank everybody who came out last night to the Heath Harris for Judge campaign at Papados. It's a very successful event. We had a great time, great democratic dialogue. I mean, I loved having all the people there. It's going to be an exciting campaign season, and that just kicked it off. So if you weren't there, it's not too late for you to donate. Go to heathharrisforjudge.com or gladiatorforjustice.com and donate to this worthy cause. Because again, when you're talking about these trial courts, and that's where I'm at right now, in a trial court, it matters. Experience matters, and you want a judge that's going to be fair and going to be just. So elect Heath Harris for judge in March of 2018. I see you there. Thank you.
Woosa. Let's get into these comments, guys, and I am not going to be able to touch on all 117 comments, or this video will probably go to about 2 hours and I'll probably be stressed out. I am going to stay calm. I'm going to read your guys' opinion. But let me say this. If you guys want to come over and be nasty and leave nasty comments, you're crazy, you're this, I'm just going to delete you and you can go bitch at another channel, because I just want to hear what everyone thinks. I have my opinions. You guys have your opinions, and that's the wonderful thing about having our own opinion. Everyone's entitled to it, like you're entitled to your a-hole. So guys, let's get into these comments and see where everyone's at. I'm going to pause in between these comments, and also I'm not going to be like, oh, they agree with me, they agree with me. It's not about who agrees with who. Honestly, it's about just getting people's opinions and hearing where they stand and what they think and different options, because this Cash Gernon story is completely heartbreaking. It is something that I have never heard. Or, you know, maybe it was just seeing him kidnapped out of his crib in real time that you just don't see that. Another reason why I think everyone still follows the Chris Watts case, because we actually watched Shanann on her Facebook videos. It made it very personal. We watched Chris be arrested. We watched a cop show up. We saw everything in real time. So let's get into these comments. Pez, I agree. Stick to the facts as they come. Nothing wrong with discussing what we think. Conspiring innocently. Stick to the story. Absolutely, Pez. EFlyZ, I am 100% in agreement with you. People need to leave Monica alone. If she was upper class, everyone would be commending her for taking on those boys. It's BS. Yeah, I mean, you've got people driving by saying, oh, look, she's moving. She's moving. Oh my gosh, she's throwing out the crib. Oh, I mean, I don't, I mean, so she planned, so a drug addict that's definitely using at this current moment, because like I said, I've had a sister that I lost to an accidental overdose, and I know what it looks like. It's not a pretty sight, but I know what it looks like, unfortunately. So they're gonna set up an 18-year-old kid. It doesn't make sense. She Devil Makeup, I love that name. He goes back to get the twin, and he is clearly seen in the video. He tried to kidnap the other 2-year-old. I'm sure he is going to say he didn't do anything. Most perps too. I agree. I mean, he's been creeping around the neighborhood for a long time. I would like to know when he got out of Metro Care. We probably never will unless it goes to trial, but I think that he's a creeper. He's just not wired right, and he's a creeper. Lizzie B. Savage, I agree with you about the channels and about blaming everyone but the one with the knife in hand. You know, what is her motive? What is she going to get out of it? I don't know, guys. I can't wrap my head around it. Carpe Diem, I gained so much respect for you. Thank you for putting that out there about Monica and Cameron. I said from the jump, this is victim blaming. They love to victim blame. I am a part of two communities. I'm a part of the crime community and the crime that went drama. And yeah, I know a lot of these players that are making these videos, especially two of them. And from what I know and what they say, and you cannot make this shit up. There are some crazy people. And I'm talking about these two creators that I'm mentioning, not people reading. Well, I guess they could be reading the comments. Isis Phoenix, I love the channel Logical. Thank you, Isis Phoenix. I like your name. Molly Malone, I totally agree with you. The man who DB tried to take his grandchild should have reported DB straight away. I'm fed up seeing channel holders defend DB. He's a menace to society, a real life boogeyman. I believe it was him in both videos. And the latest news is Monica is supposedly pregnant from Trevor. Oh my gosh. Oh, rest in eternal paradise, precious little Cash. Amen to that, Molly. But yeah, there was somebody who drove by. I watched a video, and there was somebody who actually keeps driving by Monica's house, up the front, up the back, up the front, like monitoring the garbage. I mean, I mean, really all she had to do was throw the garbage over the fence line to the neighbor's house, and they probably never would have known it was brought over there. I don't know. But here's the one thing you have to ask yourself, okay? So she says to Darriynn, you've got to go take these kids and do whatever you're going to do with them, because 1, I'm not going to get any money. 2, I'm going to get caught. 3, I'm not going to benefit anything from it, financial gain, any type of gain. And I'm probably going to go to prison for the rest of my life. So the baby is found, which I'm going to show you the exact spot from watching the video and seeing that horrible pressure cleaner line. It was just devastating. And he really going to walk that far up on the street? What? So the baby is found. What was it? 6:58 in the morning from Antoine. And then he goes back and says, okay, well, I got one laying out in the street. He's probably not going to be seen, so let me go back and grab the other one, while the police start to come around the neighborhood to investigating what's going on with little Cash laying at the end of someone's driveway. It just doesn't make sense. What it makes sense to is a person who is not playing with a full deck, who was mentally disturbed, and maybe he went to hang out at the house and check in because he wanted to be there when Cash was found. I don't think she's going to say, oh, and come back to the house and make sure you're on the video camera the same exact time that Cash is found. I don't think Monica could come up with a plan like that with all of the nights that she looks like she's been awake. And I'm not saying this to be mean. She has a problem with drugs. It's not rocket science. It's the facts. Kay Ellis, Trevor thought he was doing what was best for his kids, in my opinion. He thought Monica was a good mom and his children would be safe. No one saw what happened coming. I agree. I think if drugs were not a factor in this, things might have turned out different, but unfortunately, you don't think clearly when you're on drugs. Linky Tor, Baby Brown Bear Cub. I love you, Linky. Well said, Monkey. Some of those channels are ridiculous. Linky, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Veronica Mag Abai. Monica came down to the man's house and pleaded with him not to press charges. I get that. I get that came out in the article, and she said something like that, but I mean, she's going to go tell this man, don't press charges, because later it's going to come out, because I'm going to have this kid take the twins and kill him and bring them to the woods. I don't know. She would really have to be completely screwed up, and it looks to me like they're eating. All right. Irene Klauber, the grandpa, did report the attempted kidnapping of his 2-year-old granddaughter. It was documented. People are discounting him, and they should not, because they called the police immediately. You tell them, online bullies. So Irene Klauber said about the grandpa, E-Fly-Z, back, Pixie, Mermaid. Thank you for this video, and I am especially in support of Cameron. I feel his tears are genuine. I don't think he looks like DB, and he seems to truly care about the twins, I doubt he took part in any harm or planning to harm Cash or Carter. I see he's honestly grieving, and I think it's rotten of people in comments and other channels to imply that Cameron did this to Cash, right? And they call him Special K. I mean, people are just rude. ISIS Phoenix is back. They found murder weapon at Brown's house. Yeah, and you want to know what they're probably waiting for? I mean, considering that power wash line, I just can't imagine what he's looking like walking down the road. 4 houses out of the woods on the right side of the road, and then when he comes out of the woods and he's facing the neighborhood, he comes out on the right, he walks about a house, then he completely crosses the road in a diagonal line to about the 3rd house, and then he leaves him in front of the 4th house at the end of the driveway. And then he just, went home and changed, and then went back to the house again to think, oh, let me do it again. It's so, April, Darriynn and his brother lived with Monica's mom for a year. Monica's mom is shady as F, and my heart breaks for Monica. I absolutely agree with you. I respect any lady that steps up and raises someone else's child. Bio mom isn't no saint either. She didn't want those boys, and her mom has the twin girls. You're correct, April. She went to drive a truck. She gave her girls to the mom. She gave her boys to Trevor, and she went to do her thing. I absolutely agree with you. But is it her fault that Cash is deceased? No. Is it Monica's? No. Is it Trevor's? No. Is it Cameron's? No. But are they going to have to live with this for the rest of their life? Absolutely. What I think they're waiting for, which I got sidetracked, I think I saw a squirrel, was his shoes. There's going to be something of spray on his shoes. We all watched enough trials. We know it's going to be a small little spray. Something's going to be on him. They are going to find it, and I bet you that's what they're waiting for to come back. Maybe they're doing like that super glue freeze dried thing. I don't know, but I can't wait till it comes back, and he is the only one that's being charged with what happened to Cash. I'm never going to get through all these comments, guys. I'm going to touch on a few more. I am trying to set up a live with my girlfriend between her work schedule, my real life, her real life. We are trying, but I'm also kind of sitting back and letting all these pieces fall into place and to see exactly what's going to go down. Tammy Frazier, amen. Cindy, thank you. I'm happy for you. Jane, Brandon, thank you. Man, if something like that happened to somebody I know or anything like that, there's no way in hell they're going to keep me quiet. Exactly. Shelling out, that's a cute name. Thank God for you saying it as it is. Even on video, these people still can't accept truth. Monica and Cameron did a good job looking after those boys and did nothing wrong. Below are a few hundreds of children snatched over the years from their bedrooms. Yeah, Polly Class. The one I'll never forget, Elizabeth Smart and Polly Class. Absolutely. Absolutely. That story about Elizabeth Smart, man, that is just, it's almost like a bittersweet story. It's like you're happy she finally came home, but so many years. The Scarlet Lady, much respect, don't mention names, they don't deserve the publicity, shaming because they're bored, pointing out people being on drugs just because doctors prescribe something, it's still drugs, and not using it as prescribed is abuse. Some creators need to reevaluate their statements. They do it for the conspiracy theories also, to grab the people that just want to think that it's something that it's not. Fibro Queen Sam, cute name, agree 100. She has opened her home to those babies. You can see all the toys, and she obviously bought or borrowed for them. Just because someone was in a addiction illness does not make them bad parents or murderers. Both boys looked healthy and happy and not underweight. It was brown, and it's clear for anyone with eyeballs to see. Absolutely. R.I.P. Angel. Amen. Rose Petal 282, of course he will say he didn't do it. He was on ecstasy. Evil entity enters when you leave a door open. He must pay for not being in charge of his body. Absolutely agree. Kelly Scott, wouldn't his ankle monitor show his GPS coordinates? You know what, Kelly? That's an interesting question, and maybe they have it. Maybe they're just not telling us right now. They seem to think it's going to be a capital murder charge. A-bomb, yes, thank you for saying this. These people will do anything to make content, even if it's hurting someone. Oh, I've seen it. I've seen some of these creators that are talking this nonsense, what they have done in real life on cameras, and you know, one of them has been on a cop cam about a year and a half ago. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. And I sit back and listen to her sometimes. But then after like 2 minutes, I can't even listen to their voices because it's like nail on a chalkboard. I'm not saying my voice is the best, but yeah. Millicent Greason, Preacher's sister, it's just ridiculous. Carpe Diem, I thought that they arrested DB at 2:51 a.m. unconfused. They say that he was arrested by 10 p.m. that night. That is what they're saying. I can go really quick and look into the booking information and see what time he was booked into Dallas County. And you know what, guys? I am going to read through these comments, but I cannot absolutely touch on all of these in a video. But guys, I love your comments. I really do. And it's time to start going live. So us that think with logic and facts can talk. Because I can't go in those other rooms, guys. I'm going to finish out these comments tonight and reply and give you guys a like. And let me show you real quick exactly where little baby Cash was found, and I'm going to end it out because this video is definitely getting too long. Alright, let's do this one more time. Let's go to Darryn's house. The creeper. I mean, that's a creeper's... Oh, he's got his own little basketball hoop. Okay, this is Darrynn Brown's... Well, not his house, but you know, where he lives, and it's a rental. I looked. They don't own. Decent house. Let me check the street view. They're not giving me a different street view, so this is where Darrynn lived. Because I have a feeling now he's going to be living the rest of his life in a cinder block building. But, so here's where Darrynn lives. I mean, these alleyways and these back fences are like a creeper, peeper, pedophile's dream, in my opinion. I think everyone in this neighborhood should get cameras in the back of their houses. Okay, so let's go. This is the part that amazes me. Alright, so Creeper Boy lived right here. We've got Monica, Cameron, and the boys live here. And poor Cash was found off of Saddle Bridge, the 4th house in. We're going to go down there in a second. I want to show you guys something. But measure distance, 300. So it's about 1,100 feet. Yeah, this whole entire thing just does not make, I don't know, it does not make sense. So here's the corner. The cops had it blocked off. I just can't believe that he walked up a residential street with the sun up to bring little Cash's body and leave him at the end of a driveway. Why? What are your guys' thoughts on why he did that? So this line back from 2019, here we go. So there's a line here, but I'm not taking away because I'm going to run the video side by side right now of the pressure clean line to where poor Cash was found. But this line was here. So right here is where his memorial is set up. And right here is where he was laying. I mean, who does that? You've got all these houses, and I'm telling you, these houses have cameras. I bet you they have a lot of surveillance cameras. Oh, look, a ring. I do not understand why he did what he did. I do not think anybody can understand what his mind is thinking. Why did he come out of the woods and walk down this road? And as you can see, this line was here back in 2019, this first part of the pressure clean wash line. But I do not get why he walked out to leave him right here at the end of a driveway in the condition that he was in. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think he was feeling remorse, but then he was supposedly going back to get Carter? So this is just it's a sad case all around, and I pray there's justice for Cash Gernon. And in my opinion, remember, this video is my opinion, my thoughts. I think Creeper Boy worked alone. And I did read an article just as I was wrapping up this video that said that his lawyer, Heath Harris, is seeking $1 a mental evaluation. So it's probably going to be an insanity plea out the gate. I do not know. We're going to have to sit back and watch what happens and what unfolds. Guys, drop your opinions, drop your comments, and with that, it is a wrap. I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike, whichever you prefer, and subscribe. Everyone have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.